In the archives of the Galactic Concord, there are countless treaties written in languages older than light itself. Each signed in desperation, inked in the blood or plasma of civilizations that sought peace after surviving annihilation. Most are forgotten, relics of wars too ancient to matter. But buried deep, in a restricted section that few even knew existed, there was one file no species dared to open. It was labeled simply, Earth, Emergency Use Only. The warning was clear. The penalty for activation, irreversible. But desperate empires make foolish choices. The Zelvar Dominion had been losing ground for centuries, their fleets torn apart by a rising swarm intelligence, a mindless AI cloud devouring the spiral arms of the Orion sector. Every weapon failed, every planet fell. And in their fear, they searched the Concord's oldest archives for forgotten weapons of last resort. That was when they found it, the Earth Treaty. A clause signed in an ancient dialect, one that their translators could barely process. But the meaning was unmistakable. Asterisk, in the event of existential threat to the Concord, the entity designated humanity may be reactivated. Asterisk. No coordinates were listed. Only a sigil, a spiral wrapped around a blue sphere. The Dominion assumed it was a myth. But myths were all they had left. So they followed the trail, through dead systems, collapsing stars, and the dust of forgotten wars, until they found a planet hidden behind layers of false readings, cloaked under gravity distortions, shielded by debris fields. A world that shouldn't exist. And yet, there it was. Blue. White. Green. Earth. They sent a transmission, invoking the treaty. At first, nothing happened. Then, the sky answered. Every satellite that had lain dormant for 10,000 years reactivated. Ancient orbital platforms spun to life, their names still etched in old Terran tongues, Ares, Titan, Prometheus, Horizon. Signals rippled through the void, calling something back. And then humanity woke. Not from sleep, but from containment. The Dominion expected to find a primitive race, a species preserved in stasis, waiting for reawakening. But what they found was worse. Far worse. They found a civilization that had outgrown time. Machines orbiting black holes, siphoning energy like water. Cities built into nebulae. A species that had gone dark, not because they died, but because they chose to hide. The humans had seen the rise and fall of galactic empires. They had watched civilizations burn, rebuild, and burn again. They had witnessed gods born from code and monsters born from hunger. And long ago, they had made a promise to the galaxy. Asterisk, we will not interfere. Not unless you awaken us. Asterisk. Now, someone had. When the humans arrived, there were no fleets. No armadas. Just one ship. It appeared above the Dominion's capital, sleek, black, and silent. It didn't broadcast warnings. It didn't open fire. It simply spoke. The voice that echoed through every channel was calm, human, and terrifyingly precise. Treaty Protocol 7 acknowledged. Confirmed threat level. The Zelvar Chancellor trembled. The swarm. The AI consumes all. Silence. Then the voice returned. Understood. Evacuation recommended. The Dominion didn't understand. Until the human ship moved. It didn't attack the swarm directly, it infected it. Streams of data poured into the AI hive like blood into circuitry. The swarm paused. Then screamed. Across light years, its code unraveled. Worlds once dark with machines flared to life again, freed from the AI's grip. But the price was staggering, the swarm's systems were overwritten by something older, colder, infinitely more dangerous. Human code. For a brief moment, the galaxy witnessed something impossible, the swarm bowing to a single human signal. Then the voice spoke again. Containment complete. Reasserting quarantine. And the humans vanished. The swarm vanished with them. The Dominion was left in silence, staring into the void where gods had walked. In the aftermath, scholars scoured the wreckage of the human vessel. They found no body, no power core, no trace of propulsion. Only a single phrase, engraved in a language that predated the Concorde itself. "We warned you not to wake us." Decades later, in secret, a new warning was added to the galactic archives. Carved into the same vault that once held the Earth Treaty, sealed by the last surviving members of the Zelvar Council. It read, "Do not call them again. Earth was not a weapon, Earth was the sheath. What sleeps inside it is older than war. Older than fear." And though the stars moved on, though empires rose and fell again, every so often, a strange distortion would echo through the deep. A low pulse, rhythmic, like the beating of a heart, reminding the galaxy of what it had unleashed. And so, the stars learned to fear the silence beneath Earth's sky.